Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to present enhancing indigenous knowledge for resilient farming system in Ethiopia. I have interest on indigenous knowledge because indigenous knowledge because I started my career as a practitioner, then later I became an academician. I am working under the supervision or guidance of Professor Claire and Professor Greg is also there at the back. So I have introduction methods. I will talk also a bit about multi regimes, traditional agroecological zones, and conclusion. Ethiopia subsistence farming is common because the main backbone of Ethiopia is agriculture. So farmers or subsistence farmers are aware of the biophysical factors that enhance crop production, such as soil, climate, topography. They have a knowledge. So traditionally, they classify their land based on altitude, like lowland, midland, highland. Here, based on this altitudinal information, together with their knowledge of crop characteristics, farmers know what to plant, where to plant, and when to plant. Here, if you can see here, there is a nexus between the indigenous knowledge as well as the scientific knowledge. If you see this one, I have to use, I think. Okay, yeah. Yeah, anyway, on the vertical axis, you can see the different altitudinal variations. So farmers, they are able to classify the land like midland, lowland is with the red line, midland the yellow, and the green is the highland. This according to farmers' classification. So we scientists also, we classify the same area like land mapping unit A, B, 3, and we do also some kind of land suitability for each of the land mapping units. So we have a nexus between these two knowledges. So as you can see, the farming system is according to scientists on the horizontal axis, and the vertical axis also according to the farmers. So there should be something in common. So subsistence farmers in Ethiopia, they have been supporting themselves and their people for a millennia. However, the climate change and the land degradation driven by population pressure have significantly reduced the resilience of the subsistence farming system, and consequently, there is food insecurity in Ethiopia. The objective of this study is, or this research was to investigate the current local knowledge or indigenous knowledge of agroclimatic zonation for sustainability of the subsistence farming system. This is Ethiopia, located northeast of Africa. This is some of the highlands, as you can see, highlands of Ethiopia. So for this research, the traditional knowledge of agroclimatic zonation were documented based on Holness 1984. And again, the long-term as well as the project feature scenarios of precipitation projections were downloaded from World Clim, CMIP6, and analyzed for near-term, mid-term, as well as the in-term. Then the current and the projected precipitation were analyzed and compared the amount of precipitation. Normally, the farmers, they don't know the amount of precipitation. What they know is simply the altitude. But Hurni have tried to use the altitude as a proxy for this precipitation. So he put some thresholds for dry area, especially for the first two. You cannot see much difference. If you see here, there is no any relationship in the different periods with the altitude in the first one. But whenever there is a moist area, in all terms, you have an increased, more will have an increased trend. But if it is a dry area means less than 900 millimeter, there will be a kind of a decreasing trend. So we have tried to see all the variations. Yeah, so here the message that I want to convey, the traditional agroclimatic zone is very static because farmers have been using it for several years or for millennia. So, but it didn't change much. For instance, farming has been started in Ethiopia since 3,000 years, but still we are using the same plow, oxen, etc., no change. So the traditional agroclimatic zonation also, it has been there for millennia, but it has not been changed. Because of this, there is no change in the food security. We are still did not have not secured many aspects, energy, food, etc. So this has to be changed. So we need to blend the traditional agroecological knowledge with the modern scientific knowledge because of the changing climate that we are facing. So this is the main message that I want to convey. Thank you so much for your attention. Any question or comments, please? Thank you so much. Yeah.